Yes, this is Thought Company here. Welcome everybody to today's live stream. Today is January 29th, 2024. Welcome everyone to the 2 live stream. And we're going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch today. We're talking about what I think about some of the games, the console itself, plus and minuses, and talk about a few things, what I think is going to happen for the future Nintendo Switch console. And what may be coming out in the supposed Switch 2 that may be coming out possibly next year, with the rumors that I've heard about. So, yeah, I've had my Nintendo Switch for a few years, and I decided to go ahead and put it up for sale on eBay because, well, different reasons. I personally don't feel like I need it anymore, and um, plus we're trying to help get some some funding to the YouTube channel and a few other things. But so yeah, I got a few games on it. Let's see here. Like I think Pokemon playing here. But a few of the things I've noticed is that, like, I feel like there's not a huge ton of games. Like, it's a much better upgrade that what they have on the Switch versus what they had before with like the Wii, the Wii U, the 3DS, and all those systems. But my concern is that, this is the good version that I have, the OLED version here, and meaning that the regular Switch was good was here, which kind of makes me wonder, what it was exactly. But this has a good feel. I like the screen size. The main menu is touch screen, which I like. There's a keyboard that pops up. That's all touch screen, kind of like your regular iPhones and all that, which is good. And you can, I guess, argue that it's about time that they had that too. Um, so what I like about the Switch is that, or at least my version, I have the OLED version. It's got a lot of memory. I've never had any issues with memory, and I have many different games on here. Lists and lists of all kinds of stuff here. So no issues with that. I've heard game consoles with Nintendo have had that in the past systems, but not to my personal experience. Um, but what I don't like is that I feel like a lot of these games don't match with what is actually what people would argue is good. So, like, compared to PlayStation or Xbox, it almost feels like Nintendo decided to go and stick with their own select audience. Another argument that I know with Nintendo is that they keep saying that, there's only like a certain online features, like you have to pay to do multiplayer, which is more or less, there's an argument that that's a good thing, that's a bad thing. And I can kind of go about showing you all some more stuff here, and I'm gonna screen share right quick, more or less what I'm talking about. Let's see here. I'm gonna go to the entire screen. There we go. Cool. There we go. All right. So I'm gonna show you all what I'm talking about, and also in the same time, I'll show you all them listing the Nintendo Switch as well with all the games and everything I have with it, and the extra bonus accessories. There you go. So I have a new Nintendo Switch here. Comes with the box, all the collector stuff, the extras. Several games are coming with it, and let's see here. I have Super Smash Bros., Pokemon Sword, I have Luigi's Mansion 3. Let's see, a few different things here. But the OLED graphics are much better than the regular, so I don't see why you wouldn't want to get the OLED. But yeah, like Smash Bros. When I played Smash Bros., it literally took me body in the game, and I was sort of like mixed on that. Like, because with other games in the past, I feel like it's taken much longer to play through the game to win, everything in the game. Um, Gameplay wise, the mechanics seem really pretty smooth. I do like a lot of the new characters that they've added. But I always feel like they could have added more. Like, and I guess that's sort of been a trend with Super Smash Bros. And what I find strange is that I always felt like with the Smash Bros. Games, from from like Brawl and onward, they really just feel like the same game with like extra additions, or maybe very slight graphics upgrades compared to like Melee. And we know the original Smash Bros. On a 64 was like the first ever thing that they had, and that's kind of like polygon fighters. Um, but Melee was good. Brawl was a good improvement. But with Brawl, it was like we had at least a good year or two, because I was in middle school back then when they were working on Brawl. And every single day they had like an update, and I always felt like that was a really cool thing to look at. And I had a lot of friends who were into Brawl, and we could have talked about different things we would have wished for the game, and we had general conversations about it. But after Brawl, it's like nobody really cared about the games, and no one really cared to talk about it until Switch. And Switch, we had some conversations here and there, and it seemed to kind of begin to gain its popularity back. So, but my concern is, one, they have this online thing, but if you're, someone who just wants to buy a game, you may not feel comfortable with like paying a monthly fee to get to go online. And I think that's one of the issues that a lot of people had with the Switch. Let's see here. Hey, there's someone here called On My Grills. Hello, it's me from your other stream. Just stop. I just wanted to change my display name. Okay, cool. Welcome to the show. But yeah, so I don't have I have Brawl put away at the moment, but I have Pokemon Sword here. What I like about Pokemon Sword is I think it's the first of the Pokemon games to have the open world concept. Like this screen here is from the very beginning of the game. Well, I do like the free roaming, and it's a lot easier to go about like walking around in different areas here, um, versus being kind of that standard linear look that you get with the older Pokemon games. Um, but Pokemon Sword is very easy to beat. The leveling system, which is one of the ways they kind of would slow down the Pokemon games, is very easy to go about doing in Pokemon Sword, which in my opinion is a plus. But I know for a lot of other people, they consider that to be negative. Um, Graphics are kind of what is expected for Nintendo Switch, but a lot of other people are like characters are very goofy. Um, Pokemon are fine. I mean, I'm not crazy about it. Um, Let me see here if I can pull up Sword. Yeah, there's only. Oh yeah, and there's like barely any legendary Pokemon you can buy an add-on. But again, it's like paying extra money to go get the regular stuff that should have been within the regular game, but it's not. They also don't allow like water travel, which is you kind of get it mid game in regular Pokemon games. This one's like very late game. Let's see if I can show you all. Pokemon Sword has some decent gym battles, gym fights, but like most of the characters are really weird. Your main character is fine. The person your rival is weird. Um, some of the cinematics are good, but the regular game gets weird in some areas with the visuals. Like the beginning is fine. I'm not crazy about the bunch of people with like weird eye colors, like yellow, golden eye colors, amber color eyes. Um, and I'm trying to see if I can find out. Like they do a lot of these weird drawings and cinematics, but the actual gameplay gets weird. It's a very big difference in quality. Let's see here. Luigi's Mansion is also a weird game here too. Um, Graphics are always mixed. Sometimes it's weird, or sometimes it just goes full on cartoony. Ya itu.